Oh boy, today we're gonna talk big city. We're gonna talk about the pros and cons of living or moving to Atlanta. If you already live in Atlanta, let me know in the comments below what your biggest pros and cons are. And if you think about moving to Atlanta or you are moving to Atlanta, let me know what you were curious about or are curious about the city. What's up everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Mischa Thompson, your local real estate professional here in Georgia. Over the last couple of years, I helped numerous people purchase and sell their property. And this channel is all about the local area, Georgia in general, and some real estate. So if you're new to me and new to this channel, consider subscribing and turning that notification bell on so you will stay up to date with all the latest videos I'll upload. This will also help this super complicated YouTube algorithm to understand that people like you are interested in videos like this and will push it to people like you so they can watch those videos as well. Let's start with the cons first. And the first con I'm gonna bring up is weather. And for some people, it might be a pro, but we're talking about a ridiculous amount of humidity that makes you sweat all year long for no reason. So that is a big con. The weather itself in Atlanta is not that bad. You have considerably hot summers, not as hot that you need to wear your oven mittens to drive your car, but it is hot in the summer. And in the winter, it is considerably cold to Georgia standards, which is not really cold for Midwestern or Northern folks. But it could be that it snows, like 1 or 2 flurries. And the problem with that is that we don't really know how to handle even 2 flurries. So we might gonna shut down the schools when 2 flurries are coming down. But the big thing is the humidity. And in the summer especially, if you try to work out, you don't even have to go for a run and you sweat your butt off. You can only mow your lawn. That is almost workout enough because you lost a lot of sweat just mowing the lawn. In the city, it's even worse because everything collects downtown and it's like the city doesn't let the heat out. You know how cities warm up. When they warm up, the heat stays within the city kind of, and that is bad. Con number 2 is the walkability. Well, if you're an active person and you like to walk everywhere from home, work, restaurants, shopping, then Atlanta might not be the city for you. If you like to use public transit, well, there are very little options in Atlanta to use public transit. Atlanta is more of a drive-in city where you drive everywhere and you pretty much need a car everywhere. If you want to get out of your neighborhood, you need a car. There are a couple of neighborhoods, for example, Virginia Highlands, that actually within walking distance of great shopping and great restaurants. But in general, you need to take a car to get out of your neighborhood and where you want to be. Well, con number 3 goes hand in hand with con number 2. The problem is you need to drive, but the traffic is horrible in Atlanta. And I get it. Most big cities, the traffic is horrible. You can't complain about that, but a lot of the bigger cities have better public transportation, which Atlanta just does not have. And the problem is that it's always congested. It doesn't matter when you go or drive through Atlanta, it's always congested. The highway is always packed. And imagine if for some reason there happens a little accident on the highway. Oh my God, it is just horrible, just horrible. And within Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, it's horrible as well. The traffic just never stops. You cannot take a breath from the traffic jam in Atlanta, and it's a very horrible thing. Atlanta is one of the busiest cities I've ever been to, and if you don't like traffic and you don't like sitting in your car, well, Atlanta is not the city for you. Well, those were my cons, only 3. But if you have some cons or pros, share them with us. Put them in the comments below. I want to know what your pros and cons of living or moving to Atlanta are. But now let's get to the pros. Pro number one is the booming economy. And let me tell you, if you already decided that you moved there, it's probably because you already accepted a job in Atlanta. And if you're looking to move to Atlanta, let me tell you, there are jobs. Look for some jobs, you'll find them. Atlanta has one of the most stable job markets in the entire USA. Well, of course, 2007, that wasn't the case when the recession hit, but other than that, Atlanta's job market is one of the most stable job markets in the entire US. And Atlanta is known for its Fortune 500 companies. There are 16 Fortune 500 companies with their headquarters in Atlanta. Couple of them are Home Depot, Delta Airlines, and Aflac Insurances. There are job opportunities out there, you just have to go get them. Number two of the pros is the cost of living in Atlanta. And yes, that is very important, because if you move somewhere, you don't want to get it broke, you want to be able to afford living there. And compared to other major cities, Atlanta is fairly cheap. If you compare Atlanta to New York, Miami, Boston, Chicago, or LA, of course New York and LA are super expensive, but Atlanta is cheap. If you want to purchase a property, a house, or an apartment in Atlanta, you will get more bang for your buck. And even if you want to rent a property in Atlanta, you get more. You have more options to rent for the same price you would have anywhere else. And Atlanta is just cheaper when it comes to that. The cost of living is cheaper than any major city. And if you are a city person and you want to move to a bigger city, well, consider Atlanta. Number three of the pros is things to do. And there's always something to do in Atlanta. There are conventions all year long. There's a huge Comic-Con convention. I don't know how often that happened, but it is crazy and humongous. There is the Coca-Cola Museum you can visit and learn about the Coca-Cola history and drink all kinds of different sodas from all over the world. Or you can check out the Georgia Aquarium, which they are expanding right now. And I did a video about the Georgia Aquarium. If you want to see that, click right here. Or you check out the Atlanta Zoo. You also can go outside of the city, take a drive, and go to a river, go to the mountains, go to the beach. Within 2 to 4 hours, you can visit anything. And there are also a lot of festivals in Atlanta. They have a huge music festival, which is not that old. It's only 3 to 4 years old by right now, and it is amazing. So there are things to do. There are a lot of restaurants you can go to and visit. And for people who want to get out and do something, Atlanta is the place to be. My little bonus pro at the end is the Atlanta International Airport. Hartsfield-Jackson Airport is the largest airport in the entire world. And if you want to go somewhere from the Atlanta airport, you can go anywhere in the world pretty much non-stop, which is amazing. If you are big on vacation and you love going places, seeing places, hey, Atlanta is the place to be. You got the largest airport right around the corner, and you can go anywhere in the world from there, non-stop most of the time. So this is a big pro. Well, those were my pros and cons of living or moving to Atlanta, Georgia. If you have some personal pros and cons of living in Atlanta, put them in the comments below. I want to see them. I want to start a discussion about the pros and cons of living in Atlanta and want to see what you think and what you have to say. So put them in the comments below. If you want to check out another video, there's a video about the general cost of living in Georgia you should check out. So click it right here. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn the notification bell on. I'll see you guys in the next video.